In this video, I'm going to be talking about file handling. Alright, now in Google Colab, you can directly create files. Alright, so over here, if you click on files, alright, again you can go to Google Colab here, and you can see that there is a list of folders. So under the content folder, alright, you can create a file, alright, which you can test, alright, with your data. Okay, now to create a new file, okay, you can use the F as a file handler, and you say open, and you give it any name. So for example, test.txt, and you open it, okay, in many different modes depending on what you want to do, whether you want to read, write, you want to append, whether it's a text file, it's a binary file. So there are many different options, okay, when you want to open a file. Alright, so I will leave it to you to look through the handout, alright, to understand the different options. So when you just put W as the mode of opening the file, then you are opening a file to write data to it. Any existing data will be overwritten, and this is a text file. Okay, now if I were to run the code now, okay, now of course after you open, okay, it's important to close the file. Okay, so you can see that a test.txt has been created, okay, inside here, the content folder. So right now if I click on this, you will see that it's empty, and the file is empty. This one is just the line number. Okay, by default when you open up a text file in Google Colab, it gives you all the file numbers, sorry, the line number. So this one is not part of the file. It is just a line number added by Google Colab. Okay, it's not part of the actual text file. Alright, now how can I write any information, okay, some strings to the file? So I can say f dot write. Okay, so what is f? F is the file handler. So when I open a file, I must assign it to a file handler, okay, a name. So f or any name that you want is up to you. Okay, so I can say f dot write, and I can give it a string. Okay, so eg1273, and if I want to go to a new line after that, I say /n. Okay, the f dot write Abu Dhabi. Okay, now if I were to, okay, so let me close this first, and now I'm going to run this. Now after I run, I'm going to open up the text file again. So you can see that I've added these two lines to the text file. Alright, now if I were to close this and I just change this, okay, Banyas, okay, and AD campus. Alright, and I run it again, what happens? You will see that the earlier two lines are no longer there, okay, because the mode of operation. Okay, so it all depends on the mode of operation. So in some mode, you open up a file and you automatically clear all the earlier contents and you start fresh. In other modes, you open up a file keeping the original contents and then you add to it, okay, or you can modify it. Alright, so in this case, we are opening up a new file each time where any earlier content is cleared. Alright, now instead of opening up the text file here, okay, how about us wanting to read the file? Okay, so what I can do is I can now read the file. Okay, so f equals to open test.txt, but now okay, I'm opening it in read mode. Okay, so in read mode, I'm going to say, for example, x equals to f dot read. Okay, when you say f dot read, it automatically will read all the contents in the file and then assign it to x, a variable x, and then I print it out. Okay, so let's run this. So you can see here that I've been able to open up the test.txt gather the contents, put it into a local variable, and then print it out. Okay, so again, these are two main functions with files, where you open up a file, write some data to it, okay, and then you close the file, and subsequently I can open up a file in read mode, extract all the data, and then print it out, okay, or do whatever data manipulation that I want, and subsequently I close the file. Okay, so I hope this gives you a good idea how to do some simple or very basic file access using Python in Google Colab. Alright, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.